It has been months since a massive oil and gas blowout forced a big portion of a northern Colorado community to evacuate.
While the leak was ultimately contained a few days later, some people still have not been able to return to their homes. Today, the community was able to get an update on the investigation on the leak in Galeton, just northeast of Greeley. And your reporter, Northern Colorado, Dylan Thomas, the first to break the news of this leak back in April. So, Dylan, what is the update today?
We are told this was all caused by a faulty installation of what's called a landing joint. To really dumb it down for most of us, what that is, think of two different pieces that should come together perfectly like this. Instead, they were installed slightly offset from each other, which then allowed the pressure to get through, and then that caused the leak. And now Chevron, who owns the pad, is facing state accountability.
I also want to recognize that this incident has impacted many residents in the Galeton community, and today there is timely information to share.
Investigators with Colorado's Energy Carbon Management Commission presented findings confirming what Chevron says caused April's blowout in Galeton.
So what happened? There was a failure of the designed well control barriers and a loss of control over the pressure within the wellbore, resulting in an uncontrolled flow called a blowout of fluids.
Citing a faulty installation of machinery, a wellhead also exploded off the drilling location.
The wellhead came down, struck the individual working on it, breaking his leg.
Some had to be evacuated for days, others weeks, and some still haven't returned home 2 months later. Chevron has submitted more than 1,000 samples from the 1.5-mile area surrounding the pad and continues cleanup efforts on the soil, homes, and more.
Well control incidents are rare. The specific cause of this incident, as reported by Chevron, is related directly to proprietary equipment and improper assembly of the equipment. ECMC holds the operator of record accountable for the operations conducted on their location, as the control of the location is solely in their hands.
While saying this is rare, those with the ECMC were encouraged to use this incident to spark further conversation of how to prevent future error.
We can and should collectively discuss what other protocols, on-site operations, or other protective barriers could and should be implemented.
Now, the ECMC was advised to avoid this in the future. They should consider having this part installed away from the facilities and then brought in and set onto the oil pad rather than installing it while the oil pad is already active. In a statement to CBS News Colorado, Chevron said that they did receive their notices of violation and they are now reviewing them. They also tell us they continue to prioritize the cleanup in and around Galeton and that they also fully understand it's going to take quite some time to regain the public's trust. Reporting live, Dylan Thomas, covering Colorado First.
All right, Dylan, thank you for that update. Dylan covers what is happening across northern Colorado for you. You can always send him your story ideas by emailing your reporter at cbs.com.